Hello, my dear friends. I'm Deepanjali Arora. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, we are going to do a pick a card reading about the new moon, which is happening in the sign of Capricorn, and it is starting from 14th of January 2021 till the full moon, which will happen on 28th of January 2021. So it's a period of almost 2 weeks. Now, let's have an understanding first. Now, the sign of Capricorn, in which the new moon energy is going to begin, is a very hardworking and a very practical sign. Capricorn is a sign of a go-getter, people who get things done and who do not let emotions or anything else stand in their way. So it's a very wonderful energy if if you're thinking of trying something new as far as your work is concerned, and also a good energy for emotional things or relationships, because it's a very, very practical energy. So understand this, that Capricorn is a very extremely practical energy, and they get things done. They just note down stuff and they get it done. They are the best manifestors of the entire zodiac, because as I said, they do not let anything stand in their way. And new moon happening in Capricorn means anything which you were thinking is not moving, things which were stagnant and you were not getting the right focus, the right energy, the right momentum to begin those new things. This is the time when you will get it. And this is the time when you should focus on all those things. Now let's see, we have three different piles. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. I'll show you this is a beautiful cherub on pile number 1. It's a lovely fairy on pile number 2. And there's another beautiful cherub on pile number 3 with the heart-shaped balloon of where believe is written on it. So you can choose the piles according to the numbers or according to these fairies and cherubs, but mostly choose according to your intuition. Do not overthink. Do not spend too much time deciding which one is your pile, because we do not want mind to interfere, right? If you need more time, please pause the video. Understand that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you want a personal consultation done, then my details are mentioned in the description below. And the timestamp for each of these piles is also mentioned in the description below. So choose your timestamp and go directly to your pile, right? So let's begin with pile number 1. Number 1, whosoever chose this beautiful cherub, it's one of my favorite cherubs. This is their reading. I'll just paste it like this. Yeah, this time I'm going to do the reading a little differently, as in I'm not going to be using the traditional tarot cards. We are going to see the energies of the coming 2 weeks for you in the new moon in Capricorn using the oracle cards and the Lenormand deck. Right? So I've already shuffled the cards, pre-shuffled them. So we'll go through them one by one and understand how these coming 2 weeks for you are going to be when the new moon is happening in the sign of Capricorn. So let's see, this is the Moonology deck. It says, wow, new moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. Let me open the rest of the cards. Animal spirit says peacock spirit. Then we have the wisdom of oracle deck, which says chaos and conflict. I hope you can see it. Chaos and conflict. Sorry. And then we have the power of love oracle deck, which says responsibility. Okay, so let's understand these 4 cards and then I'll open the Lenormand cards for you. So whenever we draw this card of new moon in Aquarius, it is basically asking us to do things differently, because Aquarius is a very eccentric and a very electric energy. Aquarius is someone who will try out different things, who thinks out of the box, who has to let go of the past and decide and find out new ways to solve an old problem. So this is what this Moonology deck is asking you to do. This new moon in Aquarius, it's asking you to shed the old things, shed your old self, because you need to figure out new ways of dealing with your problems or dealing with situations, because the old is not working anymore. because Aquarius is also and especially since you are going to be feeling the energy of Aquarius. Now, as I said, Aquarius is a very different form of energy, and it's a forward thinking energy, because we say that Aquarian can think and can think about things which has not yet happened. Their mind, because if you see, it's a water bearer. Can you see the water bearer? But it's not a water sign, it's an air sign. And this gives them a lot of intelligence, and intelligence which is different than the others. You might feel during this time that people do not understand you, that they don't get what you're trying to do, but that's okay, because you are thinking differently, you are feeling differently from the collective, and you need to figure out an entirely different way of doing things. That's what the Aquarian energy brings to the table. And it also says bring love into the situation. Now, why does it say that? Because Aquarians can be so much in the air, so much in their head, that they can lose touch with their heart. That's what you need to get in touch with. That's what you need to be responsible about, not just about yourself, but about others as well. Because what it says is, when you are aware of the power of your thoughts and the amount, you are aware of the power of your thoughts and the amount of love that you express. So you are in a very powerful place, my dear group number one, about how to express your love and how others are taking it. Because when these cards appear, it's more important to understand the situations rather than expecting people to understand you, because you are way ahead of them. Understand, with this Aquarius energy, you're way ahead of them. So you need to have more compassion and empathy than you're going to get. That's how it's going to be. And then we have the animal tarot. We are showing this lovely peacock spirit. It says, let it shine. So bring it out in the open. Bring your energy out in the open. Show how different you are, how wonderful you are. It's time to it's time to shine. It's time to dance, because the universe is with you. Spirits are supporting you, and you are different. And I believe most of the people who are going to choose this deck have tried to hold on to their true self. They have not tried to expose themselves too much to the world. They have tried to hide themselves. They have been in the closet for so long, wherein they are not showing their true potential, and they are also hiding it from themselves. So when you draw the peacock spirit, it simply says that it's time to come out, it's time to shine, it's time to dance, it's time to just embrace all that is your true reality and true purpose in life. So this is the time to do that, my dear group number one. And I'm sure you're in the process of doing it, because all the other cards are pushing into that direction, and you are going through a lot of chaos and conflict. So I see this chaos and conflict is mostly also happening in your spiritual space, in your personal space, because there are so much change, which you are at the brink of so much of change. You are just there, but you have not crossed over as yet. Because most of the people who have drawn this card, they know they are different, they know they have to try different things, they know they have to come to their own reality and own up to their own self, but they have not started doing it yet. And that is why there is a lot of chaos, there's a lot of infighting. You're fighting with yourself, you are trying to um, you're not ready to accept things the way they are. And it also shows that there's a lot of change happening in the environment around you. So it's not just you are changing, I feel your environment also is changing, my dear group number one. It's time for you to express yourself, and you might feel that there is not much support around you as of now, that people don't understand you, which is fine, because you see, you are different. It give them some time to understand. As I said, it's time for you to understand and not wait for people to give their understanding to you. That's the key. Once you get that thing right, you will be out of this chaotic and confused situation in your life, and you'll be able to embrace things the way they are. Because I do feel there's a lot of struggle as far as your work environment is concerned, and even personally you are struggling with certain things. Now that struggle is coming to its final conclusion. That's what's happening with you, my dear group number one. Now let's see what the Lenormand has to say. Lovely. So you have the woman, the owl, and the whip. So this whip is also talking about the chaos and confusion and the strong words which you might be feeling, or you're saying it to yourself, or you are having these kind of arguments with people around you, because this woman is having a communication, and that communication is causing too much stress. It's leading to a lot of arguments. And as I said, you could be having this dialogue with yourself, or you could be in a lot of conflict with others. But whichever way this conflict will resolve for you in a very positive manner if you just bring more compassion into the situation. If you compassion not for the other, not for only for the others, but also towards yourself, right? So that is it for you, my dear group number one. I hope the reading resonated. Do let me know what you're going through during this new moon energy from 14th of Jan till 28th of January 2021. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, because that's the best way for you, for anyone, to encourage free readings on YouTube, right? So thank you for your time. Now let's move on to group number two. Hello there. So whosoever chose group number two and this beautiful fairy, this is your reading. So today I'm going to do the reading a little differently, as in I'm not going to use the traditional tarot cards. We are going to check the energies which you're going to go through in coming 2 weeks, starting 14th of January 2021 till 28th of Jan 2021, which when the full moon is happening, right? So let's see. I have already pre-shuffled the cards. So these are the Lenormand cards, which we'll look at the end, and we'll go through the oracle cards and see what the cards have to tell us and how they have to guide us through this time frame of 2 weeks, right? Now, this is the monologic deck. It says, lovely. So your new moon in Capricorn is starting with a bang, my dear group number two. It says, a new start is coming. New moon. This is, you've drawn the energy of the new moon, which is a very wonderful energy for manifestations and new beginnings. In the Power of Love Oracle deck, beautiful, it says creativity. So you are bringing your creativity forth. You're bringing something new, something interesting to the forefront. The animal spirit says, bring a gentle touch. It's the deer spirit. Awesome. Oh wow. And in the wisdom of oracle deck, from the wisdom of oracle deck, you have drawn chop wood. So now let's see what group number two is doing. Basically, my dear group number two, you are at a very, very good time in your life. You're going to see, if things have been stagnant, they have not been moving, you have not known what to do, how to do, where to go about, all that is about to change, because new moon is coming. So this new moon brings with it new energies of manifestation. That means things have started to work in your favor, be it in your work or be it in your relationships. Things have started to move in your favor, and you have to let go of the past, because this is the energy of the new moon, as in new beginnings. Something new, something wonderful is coming your way, and this is a very positive, most positive card in the Moonology deck, and it says yes. If you had some question while you were choosing this deck, then the answer to that is yes. That's what this card is saying. Yes, it's going to happen. Yes, you're going to find your way. Yes, new opportunities are going to come your way. And even if you're looking for love, the new love is coming your way. Yes, it's happening. And this is happening also. And while it is happening, also your creativity is at its peak. It says you love to devise new ideas, innovations, and forms of illumination. So any kind of roadblock, any kind of stagnancy, any kind of negativity is now thing of the past. You're moving forward with a lot of enthusiasm and with a lot of positivity. And what the other cards are telling me is that spirits are helping you. Universe is in your favor, because the deer spirit says humility. Bring a gentle touch. So deer is not somebody who gives up. Don't think it's a very it's a gentle spirit. It's not a spirit which is a pushover. It's a gentle way of doing things, showing humility, showing compassion, giving out a lot of love. So when that's the phase you are in, you are at a very happy place. As I said, when I saw all those cards, I could say that you are a very happy, opportune time in your life, and it's time for you to give out love, and that's what will help you receive it in your life. And also the same goes for prosperity and abundance. I think it's a very abundant time that you're walking into, my dear group number 2. And it's saying chop wood. Now when this what this card means is, if you have all with the new moon, you can have big plans. You can, if you are trying to start up your, say for example, if you're going to start your own business, what you need to do, you need to figure out all the nitty gritty and minute details. You need to figure out what you want to begin, how, where you're going to begin. If you're going to get into manufacturing, from where are you going to source your things, the people you're going to employ, the money, the loans that you have to pick up, or how to invest your money, everything, all those minute details. So when this card comes, it is asking us to focus on the minute details and not just run after the big picture. That is what this card is saying. So if you're planning to get married, then of course you have to put a lot of small things in place before you get married, right? So that's what it means in any department of your life. Big dreams are good, but to reach those dreams, we have to take small steps. So both this dear spirit and this chop wood card is saying, telling us the same things. Be gentle, be humble, and do all those things which you need to do. Take all those small steps. Don't. This is not the time to take big leaps, because it's the new moon energy. It's about taking those steps which will take you towards your goal in every department of your life, because these are all very, very positive cards, my dear group number 2. Now let's see what the Lenormand has to say. Wonderful. Your reading begins with the sun. As I said, it's a very, very positive, opportune time for you, my dear group number 2. And the next card is the tower. So there's a lot of growth happening in workspace. So sun is shining its light on your workspace. And the garden. The garden is a card of networking. So you will be meeting a lot of influential and important people as far as your work is concerned. And overall, when the sun card comes, it shows a lot of growth. It really shows a lot of growth and abundance in every department of your life. And that is what all the other cards are also indicating, that you are at a very good place, and you are at a good positive place in your life, and you have worked hard to be here. It's just not happened for you overnight. You have been working towards it, you have been striving towards it, you've put in your long hours and labor, and now it's time to reap the rewards. But keep your focus on small things, my dear, with chop chop. When this card comes, it says, don't run away with your ideas. Don't let them overpower you. Oh, I have a huge big dream and it's gonna come to me by itself. No. The new moon energy says it's the beginning, and yes, things will happen the way you want them to happen, but it's not saying don't do hard work. Yeah. And it's the Lenormand, it's saying you are in a very good network circles. You're going to meet people who are going to help you grow, help your work grow. And personally, it's a very opportune time for you with the sun card. Awesome. I hope you enjoyed the reading as much as I did. I just love it when a complete positive reading comes. It just makes my day. So yeah, my dear friends, so this is it for you, my dear group number 2. I hope you like the reading. Please let me know in the comment section. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, because that's the best way to encourage free readings on YouTube, right? Thank you for your time. Now let's move to the last group of the day, which is group number 3. Hello, group number 3. All those who chose this beautiful cherub, this is your reading. So this time I'm going to do a reading a little differently, as in I am not using the traditional tarot cards. We are going to check the energies of the coming 2 weeks, starting 14th of January 2021 till 20th January 2021, when the full moon will happen. We are going to check the new moon energies using the oracle cards and the Lenormand cards, and see what guidance they are going to give us as far as these time frame of 2 weeks is concerned. Right, so let's begin. These are the Lenormand cards. I'll look at them towards the end of the reading. This is the Moonology deck, and it says, full moon in Virgo, you are good enough. right? So, all right, you are having the Virgo energy predominant for these coming 2 weeks, and the power of love oracle says transformation. Beautiful. So things are going to shift. Let's see how they are shifting. This is the wisdom of the oracle deck, which says go the distance. Okay. And the spirit animal tarot deck says rhino spirit, overcome any obstacles. So you have drawn very powerful cards, my dear group number 3. So now let's begin. Now, the Moonology deck says full moon in Virgo. Now, Virgo is a very critical energy. It also can be very self-critical. Virgos are very intelligent, but they are also very detailed. They sometimes get stuck into the nitty-gritty of things and don't look at the big picture. You know, they get caught up in they get too caught up in the mundane sometimes to look at the big picture. That's the problem a Virgo can have, and they can be too humble sometimes and take it to an extreme, as in they might feel they might underestimate themselves too much and not come into their own power. That is why the full moon in Virgo is asking you and telling you and reminding you rather that you are good enough, that you have the power and the ability to be who you want to be and do what you want to do. You are good enough as far as your work is concerned, as far as your relationships are concerned. You are enough. That's what the moonology energy is telling us. Now when it comes to rhino spirit, and also with the Virgo, maybe you have been facing some kind of criticism, some kind of obstacles, and that's making you second guess your own abilities. That can happen with the Virgo energy. But when I look at the other cards, which is the Rhino Spirit, it says overcome any obstacles. So this person is not going to take no for an answer. It's not going to let any obstacles stand in their way. They are going to charge ahead, and they know where they're going and how to do it. They know how to crush any defense, to be in a very strong words. They know how to crush any defense, and they know how to forge their own way ahead, because rhino spirit doesn't give up. This is not a you are not somebody who give up easily, even if it appears that you do, but you do not give up easily, and you shouldn't. Sorry, I had to take a sip of water. And you shouldn't, and you will not be giving up things easily, and you're going to fight the fight which is needed to get things done and to be on to do things your own way, because it's a very transformational time for you as well. With this power of love oracle deck, it says use the power of love to move through illusions and shift into awareness. So beautiful. So you are transforming as a person in your emotional space. There is a lot of transformation happening, and also in your physical space, you are ready to go the distance. You're ready to take that leap of faith and say, hey, I'm not going to let it go. I'm not going to let things lying down. Also with the rhino spirit, you're not going to let things lying down, and you're looking at the big picture. Though the Virgo spirit, with the Virgo full moon in Virgo, it says look at the big picture and not get caught up in the mundane. And with the go the distance spirit, the animal spirit, wisdom of the oracle deck is saying that you are looking at the big picture and you are taking that leap. You can see how high and how far this I think it's a cheetah. Sorry, this cheetah is jumping. You can see this leopard jumping, how high and how far. That's how you're going to be in these coming 2 weeks, my dear group number 3. You're going to jump ahead, you're going to forge ahead, and you're not going to let any obstacles stand in your way. So when I see all these, I think you've been facing a lot of opposition, possibly, and you have been very critical about yourself while things have not been working. You've been trying to self-analyze, you have been overthinking and getting overburdened. But now, in these coming with this new moon in Capricorn energy, it's going to show you the way ahead. It's going to show you how you can leap ahead and how you can move ahead in your work as well as in your personal space. Right now, let's see what the Lenormand has to say. As I said, you have been stressed and you have been very critical. That's what you have drawn the mice. So this has been the energy you're going through. You have been critical about yourself and maybe certain secrets. The journal is about secrets. So there are certain secrets which are deep in your heart and you have not been able to talk about them, or they have come out in the open and it's giving you stress, because mice is a card of stress. But the last card is beautiful. Things are going to happen and well for you, my dear. It says the star energy. So star is a healing energy. It's a very soothing energy. It's what happens in the night when we are looking at the stars? It's like you are at peace. Things are just happening the way they are supposed to happen, and it's about asking you to trust the universe, trust the spirit. Things will fall in place, and I can see with these Laromat's cards as well that you have been going through some amount of stress and some amount of anxiety in the past, but that anxiety, that stress is going to be over now. It's going to it's going to just dissolve, and it's going to dissolve because you are so strong. Do not doubt your own strength. That is what these two cards are telling me. You are a very powerful individual and you're a very strong person in your own right. When I say strong, I'm not talking about heavy lifters. I'm not talking about people who go out and fight. No, people who quietly do their own thing and don't give up have a different kind of strength. That's the kind of strength I'm talking about, and that strength is bringing in a lot of transformation in your life. Awesome. So I hope the month ends for you at a better note than what it began at, my dear group number 3. I do believe things in fall in place. Whatever challenges that you're facing, ultimately they will end in your favor. That's what the cards are telling me. So good luck, and let me know in the comment section how it was for you these 2 weeks. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And and also know that the best way to encourage free readings on YouTube is to like them. So please go ahead and press that like and subscribe button, right? Thank you for your time. I hope to see you in my next reading soon. Bye for now.